welcome race fans, and welcome back to the dirt track at Charlotte. We just left it with the 305 goal. My name is Billy Idle, and I'll be your announcer for tonight's racing action with Pushing the Cushion Productions. Tonight is the race number 8 of a 10-race series of the 360 Goyet Trucking Unity Series. This is the 8th race. After 7 races, we're going to get in some points here. They're going to have about 6 more minutes on the track for practice. Hopefully we can get an interview and we can move on to the normal procedures that I do during the race. We just got done with the 305 Gold Series with Jake Greenwood on top of the leaderboard. 1 yellow flag, went 37 laps, straight green. Greenwood with the win. Hayden Harvey finally making the podium, worked his tail off. What a great race between 8 drivers for the second and third spot. Hayden Harvey with the second spot, and Darren Detweiler showing a nice podium in the third spot, working his tail off, racing for second, third, and fourth throughout the whole 37 laps of the 40-lap race. It was pretty much top shelf race. There's a couple guys went to the bottom, but it was a great race. Wish you were all there. Go to YouTube, like us on Facebook, Pushing the Cushion Productions on YouTube. Go watch some of our races. But tonight is the 360 Goyet Trucking Unity Series. We had Billy the Buckshot Brickley on top of the leaderboard in points with 486. He's won 2 races. You got Chance Crum in the second spot with 2 wins. Third spot, Hunter Crum. Fourth position, Randy Shreves, just come off a 6th position at the last 305 race. Mike Keegan in the 5th spot. Jake Greenwood in the 6th spot in points. He just come off his 3rd or 4th win in the 305s. Hayden Harvey podium just got done. He's here in the 7th spot. Caleb Harm in the 8th. Aaron Gurwitz in 9th in points, and Alex Hanna in the top 10. This is race number 8. That's 7 points. 7 races in the point standings is the Buckshot, Chance Crum, and Hunter Crum in the top 3. You also had this year win a few races in the 360s Unity Series, and that was, let me see, I believe that would be Jason Nygaard won one, Billy Raleigh won one, and Braden Eiler won one, and that was the rest of the 3 wins of the A-Main feature in the 360 Unity Series. So, great job. Those guys aren't here tonight that I can see, but that doesn't mean that they're not here. They're sneaking in right now as we speak. We have 56 drivers right now. 50 cars have hit the track into practice. They should be going qualifying here shortly. We're going to get into the national anthem right away. Thank you for joining me, all you race fans that joined me in the 305 and come back for the 360. You kind of hear the same things, but I try to mix it up. I try not to get excited. So let's get into the national anthem, and we can talk more and interview, and we'll have more time, and we'll get the national anthem going. So stand, take off your hat if you like. But the national anthem right now here for the 360 Goyet Trucking Unity Series here at the dirt track at Charlotte.
Two-time Grammy and 3-time Academy of Country Music Award winner Leanne Rimes in the performance of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's gleaming, who brought stripes and
Welcome back, race fans. This is Billy Idle back here at the dirt track at Charlotte. You have a bunch of great racers here tonight. 58 entries, 50 cars have hit the track. We got Braden Eiler, one of your main event winners here tonight. Billy Brickley's here. Brandon Brantley's here. Trevor Royer's back. Royer's he's a missile in itself. Ty Williams and Alan Peck. So we got a great show tonight. They're going to get into, I believe, if qualifying is going to start right now, 4 minutes and 55 seconds on the qualifying order. They're going to hit the track right now. Let's see if we can get someone into the interview to see what's going on and what are they doing. And you know what? We're going to just go from there. Let's see if we can bring up Alex Hanna up here. Hey, Alex, this is Billy up in this Discord. You got your headset on?
Yes, I do, Billy.
Hey, buddy, you're running tonight. How's the car feel? You're getting ready to qualify. I don't want to bug you, but how's your car feeling tonight?
The car feels pretty fine. Just got a couple little tunes in, ready to go. That way I can see how good we can do tonight.
Yeah, you got it tuned in. Did you run another league race tonight, and how'd you do?
I ran with the G-Force. I transferred through the first two leagues, and then last race I just happened to get caught up and turned around and didn't have enough time to catch up.
Well, you've been here for a couple nights, so you kind of know the track a little bit. You're running a little bit more horsepower than the 305. Good luck. I don't want to bother you. Go get him, killer.
Thank you, Billy.
That's Alex Hanna Banana, we call him. He's a great young man, great kid. One of my teammates. So Alex is actually out of Oskaloosa, Iowa, and they call him Showtime. So, he's been racing since about 2019, so it's awful nice to get around him. Right now, you can see on the leaderboard another A main event winner for the 360 Goyet Trucking Unity Series. Jason Nygaard up on top of the leaderboard with a 12.957. Justin Stoles in that second with a 13.017. Hayden Harvey jumped up there in the food chain. He just got done finishing second place in the 305s. Isabel Wolf in the top five. Williams Jr., Hunter Crum, Billy Brickley in the A spot. Hayden Beerline in the 9th and Alex Peck in the 10th spot. You got Jake Ringwood just finished winning a 305 gold in the 11th spot. So the competition is still pretty tough right now. I don't see Eiler yet, and let's see if I can get over here and see if I can get Chance Crump. Yep, Crump just went up to the 9th spot. So there's someone I was looking for. Mason Hannigan's punched in right now. He's the 60th car. Hasn't got on the track yet. Trevor Royal ran a 13.075. That should move him up the food chain a little bit. Yeah, that's going to put Trevor in the 12th spot. You got 2:20 left on the clock. So we're going to go in there and see who's going to jump on the qualifying. There's still 5 cars that have to qualify. Right now, they haven't qualified, so we're waiting for them. We got 2:08 starting in the first qualifying session. 60 cars. The first heat, top 4 go to the A final, and then I believe they're going to take 4 cars from the B, 4 from the C, 12 laps for the C, 15 laps for the B. Yellows are going to count, but not in heat races. So we'd like to thank our sponsors, Design Metal Art, Jessup Logistics, Sofa King Fast Sim Sports, and Pushing the Cushion Productions, Works Graphic, and Speed World Hobbies, and our primary sponsor, Goyet Trucking. Anthony Goyet here out of the California area, our primary sponsor for the Goyet Trucking 360 Unity Series. So we're going to get going here in about 1 minute. Jake's over there struggling. I can't see anybody else in our Discord, or I would pull them up and give a little lash talking to them. But it looks like they're all in their own team chat, or they're not even on Discord except through the iRacing Discord, where the control administrator and officials can actually talk to the drivers. So we're gonna go there. Let's see. You know what? I always like to talk to people. Greg Detweiler. He's having fun. I got 42 seconds. Mr. Detweiler, this is Billy up in the tower. You got your Discord on?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here listening and watching.
Dude, I love talking to you. Nobody wants to be in my Discord, so we're gonna go back and talk to you. We talked to you a week ago. You were having fun. You're getting better every time you go out, just like I am. We're all old timers. We're learning the game against the young bucks. You made the A main and the 305 gold. How exciting was that?
Oh, that was a blast. Had a good time all the way up to the checkered flag.
Well, that's awesome, man. You're having fun. You're getting good setups. We're back into 360 tonight. At least you were able to practice on this and see how loose the track gets, so you know how loose the track gets, correct?
Oh yeah,
And you're ready
yeah.
for
Like I
it?
said, oh, the whole time.
Well, good. We're going to be going racing. I don't think you're in the first heat, but I don't want to bother you. I just wanted to say hi and congratulations. The fans are watching you, and I'm watching you. Good job.
Hey, appreciate it.
Thank you. That is Greg Detweiler, the father of Darren Detweiler, and doing an awesome job of driving. Just started racing about 2-3 weeks ago. It's nice to see a father and son racing together, doing some family time. So right now we're going to go into our heat number 1, starting in the front row. On the inside, number 13, Aiden Burline. On the outside of the second spot in the double aught, the buckshot Billy Brickley. Second row inside, number 37, Jeremy Isabel. In the fourth spot, one of your winners in the A main event in this series, Jason Nygaard, number 30. Third row inside, Jeffrey Herrick in number 49, Rylan Emick in number 12. In the fourth row inside, Aaron Gerwitz, 199 in the wrecking ball, and Drew Hansen, number 42 in the A spot. Ninth position, fifth row inside, Rick Spencer Walt, number 11, and William LaPlante in number 26. In the 11th spot, we're going to get this right. I'm going to do this. I got something here. It's going to be Stephen Puisi in the 11th spot, number 43, and John Lopresto in the 71. Nothing in the 7th row. I made up Williams' name, tried to get it correct. I haven't been able to get a hold of him, but I think it's called Puisi. Even though it's spelled a little different, it always catches me off guard. Right now, we're going to get Aiden Berlin. He's going to be on the top, on the inside, right next to the buckshot Billy Brickley. They're going to lead him off. This is heat number 1, top 4, transfer to the A main. Beer line in the orange and white, the buckshot in the white and black. In the inside, that's Isabel and Nygaard in both red and black cars. Here they come down for the green. Aiden Beer line gets a nice jump, gets on the bottom. The buckshot stays on the bottom with them, nose to tail. Here comes Isabel, up high. The buckshot stays low. Even up, down, cross the stripes. The buckshot now got a little bit out. Car length lead, does a little slide job on 1 and 2. Already, that is the early leader right now. Is your second place car, is the your leaders, Billy Brickley, Aiden Beerline, and Jason Nygaard, Riley Emick in the 4th spot. For your 4th, 5th, and 6th, 7th right now. It looks like we got a little bit of crash right now. And that looks like it's going to be Gurowitz and possibly Isabel. It's going to stay green. That's a Detweiler in that number 3, or could that be someone else? We'll have to check that out. But I believe that was Isabel and Puisi. But right now it's the buckshot. Aiden Beerline in that second spot, in that orange and white. The buckshot's in a little bit of traffic right now. That is Jeremy Isabel that he's behind. Isabel's fast. I don't think the buckshot's going to run Isabel down. Isabel's one fast cat. He just got in some trouble in that heat race. Nygaard in that 3rd spot. Your transfer spot is Riley Emick in that number 12. That is your 4th place car. William Pilon is in the 26th. He's sitting back in the 5th spot. Aaron Gerwitz in the 6th. So Pilon is going to have to get up he's going to have to make up about 0.8 seconds right now, almost 1 second now, to get that 4th transfer spot from Riley Emick with the final lap. They're coming down to the checkered. That was an easy win for the buckshot. Jason Nygaard's going to take the 3rd. Beerline in the 2nd. The running order after the checkered is going to be the Buckshot, Beerline, Nygaard, and Emig. Isabel with the 5th position going to the B main event. This is heat race number 2. Top 4 transfer to the A final. We're going to start gridding them up. They're pushing them out right now. They're not all gridded. Starting in grid row number 1, Alex Peck, number 59 in the front row. Outside of him, number 58, the Fast Cat, Trevor Royer, number 58. Second row inside, Jaden Wolf in the 07, Devin Cardwell in number 18 in the 4th spot. Third row inside, Gage Stevens, number 51, and Robert Mancini in the number 10 in the 6th spot. Fourth row inside, number 27, Ty Williams. 8th spot outside of row number 4, number 19, Dante Brown. Jade Franklin in the 9th spot, number 31. In the 10th spot, Byron McDonald, number 35. In the 6th row inside, number 029, Stephen Fernberg, and Justin Standridge in the 01 in the 12th spot. We're going to have a battle here, a great battle, heat race number 2. Pace truck on the track for one more lap. It's going to be Peck and Royer on the front row, 2 fast cats. It's going to be Peck going to lead them down. The face truck is coming off the track, going into turn 3. They're going to come around. It's going to be on the green flag. I still haven't been approached for if it's a starter from the pole sitter to fire or the flagman. So we'll have to find out more info right now. It's Peck now, and Royer jumps right behind him. Peck got the jump. Jumps to lead about 3 car lengths. Here comes Royer. Royer slides it up in the middle, gets right back of Peck. Gets a good run on him with the 07, Jaden Wolf in the 3rd spot, followed by Cardwell underneath him, trying to stay right tucked underneath him, trying to get back into row. It's like a freight train. You don't want to get out of position. Only 4 go to the final, but it's Cardwell and Wolf right there battling it out for 3rd and 4th. Cardwell on the bottom, Wolf on the top side. Wolf with a little bit more momentum coming off the higher side with more RPM gearing, trying to go. Now Wolf goes to the bottom. Cardwell goes to the middle. Wolf now still staying in the middle, coming down in the bottom to come off the corner. Cardwell still right behind him. Peck got a lead. Royer's working on the inside. Royer slides up right now next to Peck. Has to slow it down from touching him. Wolf now into the wall, on the outside wall. Here comes Cardwell underneath them. But now it's still Peck and Royer. Royer going to the outside. Peck staying a little bit on the middle of the shelf right now. Royer goes to a little bit more the top side. Still got about 4 feet to play with. Royer with the crossover move, trying to slide underneath Peck. Got the momentum. Here's going to be a slide job in 1 if he's going to keep it or he's going to slide up. Yes, he does. Peck with a crossover move gets back underneath him, going into 3. Peck stays on the bottom. Royer stays on top. Royer with the momentum comes out on the straightaway. Gets even Stevens across the line. Royer on top. He might end up doing a crossover. Peck with a nice momentum slides it up to the wall. And then Royer back to the bottom. What a battle. Here comes Jaden Wolf in the 07. 07 sitting back a little bit. Devin Cardwell right now. Devin Cardwell, the 44, number 18 on the screen, now gets up next to Justin Wolf. Wolf is going to slide back underneath them. Cardwell going to slide up. Wolf back on the bottom. Here they go. Cardwell back on the bottom. These guys are trying to fight for 4th spot. These 4 guys are in the final already. Your 5th position is Gage Stevens. He's sitting back a little ways, fighting it out with Mancini. Mancini's in the pits right now. So that is all unofficial right now. But you got Peck is your leader with Troyer in that 2nd spot, followed by Cardwell with Jaden Wolf. This is a checkered flag coming down. The running order will finish as with Peck with the win. Royer 2nd, Cardwell 3rd, Wolf in the 4th spot, Steves, Brown, Fernberg, Williams, McDonald, Mancini, Franklin, and Standridge goes to the B main. Your fastest lap was Wolf with a 13.308. Nice run for Wolf. This is race number 3, 10 laps, top 4 go to the final. Front row, number 43, I'm sorry. Yep, number 32. 43 is going to be on his car. Jake Greenwood in the second spot outside of row number 1, number 88, Clint Stone. Second row inside, number 91, Ernie Williams Jr. Justin Stoles, number 23, in that fourth spot. Third row inside the 06 of Rylan Gray in the sixth position, number 47, Trace Olson, which finished second place in the Silver Series last night. In the seventh spot, number 1, Blaine Brink. In the eighth spot, number 29 from Goyet Trucking, our primary sponsor for the 360 Unity Series, Anthony Goyet. In the fifth row inside, Jason Kratke, number 911. Brandon Brantney, number 57, in the 10th spot. Sixth row, James Thompson, number 90. In the 12th spot, number 66, David Scheitze. And I'll get that corrected as soon as he lets me know. That is your top 12 cars here in the third heat of a 10-lap race. Top 4 transfer to the feature. There's that beautiful number 43 of Jake Greenwood, new paint job. He's a gunslinger underneath that wing. I don't know the proper symbol or what it means, but he's a gunslinger. So Greenwood's going to lead him down. The pace truck is coming off in the middle of the back straightaway. Our camera's on Greenwood and Clint Stone, number 88, the front row, followed by the blue and yellow Ernie Williams and Jason Stoles right behind him. But it's Jake Greenwood with a nice lead. Here comes number 91, Ernie Williams Jr. in that blue and yellow car. That is Ernie Williams, I believe. Yes, it is. Jake now has got Clint Stone in that green and black, followed by Justin Stoles in that turquoise burgundy black car. But here comes on the bottom, number 47, Trace Olson, right there in that blue car. That is for third, fourth, and fifth. Olson, Stone, and Stoles. Blaine Brink is right behind him in the turquoise and black in the number 1. So that is the battle right there for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth position. Greenwood now checking out, just coming off a big win in the 305. I believe it was his third win or fourth win of the year in the 305 series. Greenwood now, he's got about 2 wins. Let's see, does Greenwood have a win? No wins in the 360 and the Unity, just pretty much winning in the 305s at this time. But Greenwood's left off where he left off in the 305s. He's got almost a second lead on your second place car of Justin Stoles. Stoles on the top of the shelf. Clint Stone on the top shelf, followed by Trace Olson in the middle high, and Blaine Brink was on the top shelf. But here comes Olson, number 47. That's your transfer car. The blue and black with the big yellow stripes across the hood to the tail, blinking out. That is your fourth place car. Blaine Brink in the fifth. He's got about 4 laps to do it. He's sitting back 0.6 seconds, 0.6 of a second. He's got about 6 car lengths to make up. Anthony Goyet in the 29. He's in that 6th spot right now, looking outside the transfer spot. He sees Blaine Brink right now. He's trying to get a move on and trying to roll up with 3 laps to go. Goyet on the bottom, comes up with a slider on top. Looks like he made up a little bit of ground, but he's got 2 laps to do it, maybe 1.5. We're going back to your leader, Jake Greenwood. Justin Stoles in that second, Clint Stone in that third. No battle for the top 3 podium, but the 4th position is still Trace Olson, all by himself. That is your transfer to the final. Blaine Brink still odd bottom. This is the final lap. Unless Trace spins it out, Blaine Brink is not going to run him down. Your running order, that is a checkered flag, is going to be Greenwood, Stoles, Stone, and Olson. Top 4 to the final. Brink, Goyet, Grasky, Williams, Bradley, Thompson, Gray, and Scheitze is going to your B and C main event. What a battle right now. Track is starting to come in with these 360s. Track looks really good. Doesn't look like it's slickening up at all right now. This is race number 4. We got 60 entries. Good part of the track with 360s it's going to dry out before the main event. It's going to get slicker here after the C and B, and we're going to see who puts the best setup on. Right now, grading up for heat race number 4 in the front row. Number 3, Darren Detweiler. In the second position, Travis Oldfield, number 38. Second row inside, Chance Crum. In the fourth position, number 55, Hayden Harvey. Third row inside in the triple lot, double lot on his wing, Austin Stern. In the sixth spot, number 99, Justin Brister. In the seventh spot, number 56, Randy Shreves. In the eighth spot, Mason Mier, number 36. Fifth row inside, Kyle Forbes, number 78. And Holden Shiner, number 2. Sixth row inside, Braden Eiler. Keep your eye on him. One fast cat. And Miles Jansen, number 67, in the 12th spot. And the seventh row is empty. We're going racing with Darren Detweiler up on the start. He is the pole sitter going to lead us down with Oldfield in that second position, followed by Chance Crum in the inside. So your black and green lettering is Detweiler. Oldfield in the red car, 38. 83, Chance Crum in the black and red. Orange and black is Hayden Harvey. The blue is turquoise is Austin Stern. The 99 is Justin Brister, just to show you a few. Randy Shreves in the blue. Mason Mier in the orange. Just to show you a little bit of love for everybody. But it's Darren Detweiler, number 3, going to take him down to the green flag. Detweiler brings him down to the green. That's a good big shot of the whole field. I should use this more often. Green flag's out. Detweiler up on there. Travis Oldfield up on top. Crum on the inside. Harvey on the outside, Stern on the inside in that turquoise car. Stern and Harvey battling it out for the 4th spot. There's a great picture shot coming down the back straightaway. You got Oldfield in that 38, Hayden Harvey in the 55, in the 83, Chance Crum up on top. Here comes Stern in the turquoise car. We're going to go back up front here and see if we can get our eye on Darren Detweiler, your early leader. Got a very comfortable lead. We're going to leave him for a minute. We always like to show Darren Detweiler in his new black car with the green lettering. Really from, I believe it's D&D Graphics. That's Darren Detweiler. Travis Oldfield now in that second spot, trying to move up the high side with Crum. Now there goes Hayden Harvey in that second spot. They're coming out, they're mixing it up, they're getting crossed up, they're getting the bottom, they're working the top, they're sliding, they're doing whatever it takes. Here comes Chance Crum on the inside of Hayden Harvey. Slides up in Harvey right now. Harvey gets back in a crossover move. Oldfield stays right behind Harvey, Crum on the top. 5 laps to go for heat race number 4. Here comes Chance Crum with a nice run on Harvey. Harvey's going to stay on the bottom. He's not going to slide it up. Chance Crum's against the wall. He can't do it now, or that'd be a bad slide going bad, and that's not going to put you in the Hall of Fame. But here comes Crum. Got the momentum on Harvey. Harvey 55, backing up into the third spot now. The battle now is for that 4th position. That's Oldfield, Travis Oldfield in the 38, that red car with the yellow wicker bill up on top, yellow writing on the front wing. There's nobody battling out for the 5th spot. Brister now in the 5th spot, about almost a 7/10 of a second behind. So the battle right now is nothing happening. No battle for the top 4 spots. Chance Crum out there in that lead. I'm going to have to figure out what happened to Darren Detweiler. I missed it. So Crum got in the lead. Harvey in the second. Detweiler goes back to the 3rd spot. That's all unofficial because now Darren Detweiler is in that 3rd position. So he must have clipped the wall and the yellow checkered flag. I'm going to have to find out what happened to Darren Detweiler. It's the Crum with the win. Detweiler going. Hayden Harvey is going to the A main final. And Oldfield. Wow, that was crazy. I just must have missed it. He was sitting all by himself with a comfortable 0.6 of a second lead, and then he falls back to 3rd. So right now this is heat race number 5 in the front row. In the first spot, number 39, Cameron Hennigan. In the second spot, number 60, Mason Hannigan, the Little Hurricane. In the second row inside, Hunter Crum, number 28, winning the championship last night in the 305 Silvers. Congratulations, Hunter. Mark Jessup missed him in the 410s the other night. Nice to see him back. Number 14 in the fourth position. Third row inside, number 77, Dustin Sargent. And in the sixth spot, number 24, Caleb Harmon. In the fourth row inside, Alex Hanna, number 97, and Coulter West, number 40 in the A spot. Fifth row inside, number 02, Timothy Brantley, and Tyler McCabe in number 22 in the fifth row. And sitting all by himself, which don't expect him to be there very long, in the 25 car, this cat is fast, Richie Preston. So we're going to go back with Cameron Hennigan up leading us off to the start. That's that beautiful wolf on the front wing, that dark purple and blue. Beautiful paint job for Cameron. Did a great job, whoever did that. Mason Hannigan in that red and black. Hunter Crum in the 28, followed by Mark Jessup in that beautiful red and white, always red and white. It looks like number 22 is waiting to go back and get an EOL. He might have got one. Caleb Harmon right now in the 24. Dustin Sargent in the 77. Alex Hanna in the 86. Coulter West in the orange and black frame, followed by Tyler McCabe in the pits, and Richie Preston all by himself back there. So Preston at 25 in that Jessup Logistics car, blue and white. We're going to put our cameras back on camera. Pace car's off. They're going green. 10 laps, top 4 to the final. Hannigan on the bottom. Hannigan on top in the red and black car, working the bottom. He's going to go to the bottom, do a slider. He's going to go up to the middle of the track. Maybe not work himself up to the top just yet. Hunter Crum in that third spot. Mark Jessup in the fourth, followed by Dustin Sargent in the fifth spot. Now Mark Jessup starting to move up the food chain already. He's already getting into the second spot behind Mason Hannigan is your leader. Mark Jessup in the second spot. Looks like Hannigan gets the outside wall, does a wheel stand. That's going to hurt him a little bit. Hunter Crum's going to be up on the top shelf trying to look himself in. That's the top 4 for the final for the A main feature. Dustin Sargent's going to have to put it again. Let's get back and see how Richie Preston's doing. Preston's in the 7th spot. He's already moved up 4 cars. He's got 7 laps to do it. Preston is running a 4.6. Not the fastest car on the track right now, but 13.60 is the fast car right now of Mason Hannigan. Hannigan with the fastest lap, sitting all by himself, but about a 1 second lead already in 5 laps. Mark Jessup sitting by himself, very comfortable, behind Hannigan, running a 13.8. Hunter Crum in the third. That's the battle for third and fourth. They better keep their nose clean, better have a hanky nearby. Don't sneeze, guys, because Dustin Sargent's not that far back, but you guys are in the final. Here they come, Crum and Hannigan. Hannigan now, Cameron moves up to the top. Now that's Crum now does a slide job, moves back to the bottom, goes back up to the slider. Hannigan behind him, that's third and fourth. Dustin Sargent's not making up much ground. He's only got 3 laps. He's better hurry up and put that thing in gear, because right now it's Crum and Hannigan starting to pull away from Sargent. Jessup still in that second spot. Mason Hannigan, the little hurricane. Look at him drive the wheels. This kid drives the wheel off this car. Hannigan is just a wheel. He's just so fast and he's so smooth. That's the little hurricane out of Pittsboro, Indiana. And he's been racing since 2017, and he's putting on a show in the heat race. Checkered flag is done. It's the little hurricane, Mason Hannigan with the win. Mark Jessup second, Crum third, Hannigan, Cameron in the fourth spot. Sargent, Harmon, Preston, West, Brantley, McCabe, and Hanna are going to the B and the C main. Congratulations to the little hurricane. So here comes the C main event. 12 laps. Top 4 will go to the B main. And I'm sure I'll get some paper note on that. I'm sure they'll make sure that I'm right and they'll tell me. So Not getting any paperwork mailed by, a pigeon. I thought usually pigeon flies into my window and they gives me a piece of paper and then I read it. So right now we're going to go right now. Heat, the C main event, grading up row number 1, Holden Shiner number 2. In the second spot, Coulter West in number 40. Second row inside, Jeffrey Herrick, number 49. Brian McDonald, number 35. Third row inside, Brandon Brantley and Austin Stern. Fourth row inside, Timothy Brantley and Andrew Hansen in the A spot. Fifth row inside, Robert Mancini, James Thompson on the outside of the fifth row, number 90. Sixth row inside, Kyle Forbes, number 78. Tyler McCabe, number 22. Seventh row inside, Rick Spencer Walt and Jade Franklin, number 31. Eighth row inside, Rylan Gray and Braden Eiler in the double aught 5 in the 16th. Ninth row, Alex Hanna and John Lepresto, number 18 spot. 19 spot, 10th row, Justin Stanridge and Caleb Scheitze, number 66, and Miles Jansen, number 67 in the 11th row. This is going to be exciting. Holden Shiner right now. Shiner's going to be on the inside. He gets to lead them off to the green. We got some really fast cats in this race. There's 6 or 8 guys that are really fast, but they're sitting back a little bit farther back in the back, like 16th spot, like Braden Eiler. He's going to have to work his way up to the front, but he's got 12 laps to do it. If you get a yellow, that's always nice. C main event. Here they go. Couple little jumps. Couple guys stroke the jump. They have to slam on the brakes. We got a spin right now. That looks like a sprint for the third place card. Yellow flag could come out. Maybe not. I didn't see if he spun completely, but it's Shiner now up in the lead in number 2. Here comes Coulter West. They're out in a nice spot. A car up against the wall. Surprised not a yellow flag has came out just yet. But it's Austin Stern in the double-aught turquoise black roll cage in the lead. Timothy Brantley in that second spot. Andrew Hansen hits the back of Brantley. Clips him in the left rear. Hansen rolls him over. Coulter Hansen now in that third spot. Robert Mancini in the fourth spot, number 10. Right now that is the transfer. Holden Shiner now in that fifth spot, falling back now. That's going to hurt his chances unless they take 8. They haven't told me yet, but usually it's 4. With this big of a field, they usually only take 4. Tyler McCabe in the 6th spot, followed by Alex Hanna working the bottom in the 7th. Austin Stern, your early leader, the turquoise and black car, got a very comfortable lead right now. He's sitting about interval, it looks like about 1.5 seconds right now. Coulter West in the 2nd spot. Here comes Hansen and Mancini. Hansen in the 3rd spot. Mancini in the 4th spot. Alex Hanna all by himself in the 5th. He's got not a time, but he's running out of time. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. You got 6 laps, but you're going to have to make up almost 1 second on the 4th place car. And I don't think that's possible when they're running identical lap times. Actually, Robert Mancini is running just a little bit quicker than Alex Hanna. Right there's the battle. Oh, and Hansen again gets into one of the cars, and that was number 40. That's Coulter West. I'm sure the officials might end up talking to Andrew Hansen. I don't know if it was his fault or not, but when you get in 2 incidences, the officials usually look at that no matter if it's your fault or not. It waves a white flag that we need to make sure we need to look at these replays. But right now, 3 laps to go. It's still Austin Stern all by himself. In the 2nd spot, you got Robert Mancini. He's doing a great job. Mancini now trying to take that 2nd spot very comfortably. Colton West in the 3rd. 2 laps to left to go. In that 4th spot is your Alex Hanna. That's the Hanna Banana. Out of Oskaloosa, Iowa. He's going to get his transfer to the B main. He's going to be back there. Great finish for Hanna. And your running order is going to be Stern, Mancini, West, and Hanna. Top 4 are McBride, Shiner, Hansen, and Brantley. Those 4 could possibly make the A main. I'm just not sure. That's out of my control. So the B main, we're going to be heading out right now. Starting in grid row number 1. In the number 26, William Pillant. In the second spot, number 51, Gage Stevens. Second row inside, Blaine Brink, number 1. In the fourth position, Justin Brister, 99. Third row inside, Dustin Sargent, Jeremy Isabel in 37. Fourth row inside, Dante Brown and Anthony Goyet. Fifth row, Travis Oldfield and Caleb Harmon. In the sixth row, Aaron Gerwitz and Steven Fernberg. Seventh row, Jason Kratke and Randy Shreves. In the eighth row, Richie Preston made it up from the B main. Keep your eye on him. This kid is fast. Steven Puisi. In the ninth spot, Ty Williams, number 27, and Ernie Williams Jr. in the 18th spot. In the 19th spot, Austin Stern and Robert Mancini in the 20th. Coulter West in 40, Alex Hanna in the 22nd. 22 cars in a B main, and they only have 15 laps to go to the front. That is crazy. These guys got their work cut out for them. They have to drive clean. They got to show respect, or it'll carry over to the officiating into the trailer after the race, and it'll give each other bad blood if they start, slide jobs going wrong. These guys race together a lot. These guys like racing together. We don't want to make anybody upset, so we got to keep a firm grip on policing our officiating and giving out penalties who they belong to and to the right person to who's going to get them. So right now it's still PE's Pillant now. Pillant out in front. Stevens in the second spot. Stevens at the bottom. Pillant stays in the middle. Here comes Blaine Brink on top with a slider. Brister on the bottom. Here comes numbers Dustin Sargent. Sargent's back a little ways. We got a crash back there. Yellow flag comes out. We'll keep our eye on the middle of the screen of 77 and 99. They're going to be coming right now. Looks like they get each other. They bump. They get sideways. And all before you know it, there's cars and crashing everywhere, and you just can't stop these things. So that was a tough break for about 6 or 7 drivers. So we're going to have to find out who ended up going to the back on that one. Yellow flag. Looks like Alec Hanna, Coulter West, Mancini and Stern, Williams Jr. So you had 5 of the top 7 cars in, or 5 of the top 8 cars in that melee, and now they're in the back. That could hurt their chances to go to the final, depending on how many cars they take. Right now, it's number 26, Pillant is your leader. It shows him, I'm sorry, Stevens, Gage Stevens is your leader. Pillant in second, Blaine Brink in third, Justin Brister in the top 4. We're going to be going green here. With Stevens is going to fire anytime he wants after the Charlotte sign. They're coming down for the green. It's Stevens and Pillant. Pillant right now, Brink hot on its tail. Brink working the bottom right now. Now he gets on the back bumper of Pillant. Brink is in the second. Dante Brown trying to move up the food chain. Brister right there in the 5th. That's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The 99 and 19. 19 is Dante Brown. He's working on back of Blaine Brink. Dante Brown getting a run on Brink. Brink stays up in about near the top shelf. Dante Brown goes to the bottom. Now he's sitting right next to Pillant, right on the backside. Pillant brings it up. Yellow flag's coming out. And that looks like it could be Richie Preston. Preston got that one. It looks like Preston looks like he went and getting a new car, or he just punched out. That's too bad, because Preston's always fast. Couldn't get the cameras on the accident because he had just exited out too fast for us. So we got 7 laps down, 8 laps to go. They're probably going to go green in about another lap and a half. Gage Stevens is your leader. Second, Pillant. Here's the running order on the left side of your screen for you race fans. It's Stevens and Pillant, Brown and Blaine Brink. It looks like they're starting them single file with 5 laps to go. This is going to be a sprint race. This is going to get crazy for the top 4 or the top 8, depending what they're taking. 5 laps down. They're going to come across. The pace truck's going to come off. It's going to drop it to 4 laps to go. Pace truck's off on the back straightaway into the middle of the track. Gage Stevens is going to fire anytime after the Charlotte sign. He's got to be careful. Pallant's right behind him, followed by Brown and Brink. Then Brister, Harmon, and Shreves. So Stevens with a good jump. That's going to give him a good lead, comfortable lead. He just needs to worry about himself right now. Dante Brown now working the high side. Going to do a crossover on Pillant. Brown on the bottom. Pillant sneaks out, does a peeky-boo. Needs to get that internet fixed. Might have scared Dante Brown. Dante Brown, your second place car, against the wall. That's going to definitely cost him to make in the final with 3 laps to go. It's still Stevens, Blaine Brink, William Pillant, Caleb Harmon now getting in that 4 spot. It's Harmon. Here comes Williams throwing a slide job on Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves does a crossback over on Williams. Williams slid that like no other. Came up the racetrack very fast, got in some slick. Here he comes again. Oh, and he hits the tire. And I believe Ernie Williams just takes that tire out, but he's lucky he did that because I'll tell you what, he would have taken out a couple drivers. That was a slider that was going to go bad no matter what. Stevens with the win. Brink in that 2nd spot. Congratulations, guys. Woo, that was exciting. That coming down to 15 laps. Now the warm-up is going to be a 2-minute warm-up for the A-main. These drivers are going to get the cars out on the track. They're going to change some setups on it. The 360 A-main final to the Goyet 360 Unity Series, sponsored by Design Metal Arts. Design Metal Arts makes anything to do with metal. Your mugs, engraves, laser printing, you name it, laser cutting. Design Metal Arts will do it for you. Jessup Logistics, a trucking company. Make sure you call them up if you're in their area, in the Indiana area, if I'm not mistaken. Sofa King Fast Sim Sports, Pushing the Cushion Productions for our tonight's broadcasting. Works Graphic, Dave Ward, always loves to paint race cars. Speed World Hobbies, your on-road specialist, Nitro remote control specialist. And our special thanks to Anthony Goyet from Goyet Trucking out of California, sponsoring the 360 Unity Series Goyet Trucking. 55 seconds left. Race fans, get yourself a drink. Get yourself something to snack on. This is going to be 40 laps of pure excitement racing action. Back-to-back races for me tonight, so I'm drinking water. Don't have time for the Jack and the Captain Morgan. Right now on top of your leaderboard, the fastest guy out there on the track is Travis Olson and Alex Peck and Jason Nygaard. Gage Stevens, who won the B, and he's the 4th place. Got a couple cars mixing it up right now. Can't thank everyone and you race fans and streamers enough. We're getting better at this every week, so we hope our streams are getting better. I hope I'm commentating, getting better for you. I get excited. I'm getting used to some of the drivers and their names and their cars, and then they go ahead and start painting new cars and really screws me up. But remember, the iRacing numbers are not on the car that match up to the screen. So sometimes I get the numbers wrong, and that's because I get them wrong. But thank you for streaming live with us. It's awesome racing here at the dirt track at Charlotte with the Goyet Trucking. Heat race in the main event, heat row number 1. Starting grid, row 1, the Buckshot, Billy Brickley, Alex Peck in the outside. Second row, Jake Greenwood, Chance Crum in the second row. Third row inside, the Hurricane, Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan, and Aiden Beerline. Fourth row, Trevor Royer in the 58, Justin Stoles in the 23. Fifth row inside, Hayden Harvey and Mark Jessup on the outside. Sixth row inside, Jason Nygar and Davin Cardwell, number 18. Seventh row inside, Clint Stone and number 3, Darren Detweiler. In the eighth row inside, Hunter Crum and Riley Emig, number 12. In the ninth row inside, Jaden Wolf in the 07, Trace Olson in the 47. 10th row inside, Mason Mier and Cameron Hennigan, number 39. 11th row inside, Gage Stephen and Blaine Brink in the 22nd position, number 1. In the 12th row inside, William Pillant and Caleb Harmon, number 24. Wow, 24 cars, 40 laps. We're going green here in just a second. So how exciting is that? The Buckshot on the front row with his new paint job, the double lot. Alex Peck, number 59. Jake Greenwood in that number 43. See if I can get some closer shots for you race fans. Chance Crum in the number 83, followed by Mason Hannigan in the 1. Aylin Beerline in the 13. Trevor Royer right there in that number 58, but it's actually 90 on his car. Justin Stoles, number 23. Hayden Harvey, number 55. Mark Jessup's 14. Jason Nygaard, number 22, 30 on the screen. Clint Stone in that green number 88. And Detweiler in that number 3. Try to usually get close up those cars as much as I can. Here they come for the green. It's the Buckshot, Billy Brickley. You give him a chance, and he's going to take a mile. Here he comes with a great jump. About a 3-4 car length lead right now on Alex Peck. Here comes the Little Hurricane. The Hurricane now to the bottom. Does a slide jump up on Peck and Greenwood. Hannigan bumped. Greenwood had to slow down. Hurricane now working up on the top side. Hurricane in the middle. The Buckshot is your leader. Mason Hannigan in second. Alex Peck right there in the third, followed by Greenwood in the fourth. Greenwood on the bottom right now. Trevor Royer already moving up into the 5th spot. He's going to be working the bottom. Royer on the bottom. He might like the bottom. He comes off the corner with some good speed, good moisture, good forward bite. He's now little Hurricane. Mason Hannigan and Royer working the bottom. Greenwood is stuck on top, so is Hannigan in the middle, kind of slides it up near the top. Royer still working the bottom. Peck now is still up on top, right behind Greenwood. Now Royer in the 4th and 5th spot. Alex Peck, Greenwood, and Crum all battling it out for 4th, 5th, and 6th, working the top. Royer still on the bottom. He's sticking on the bottom. He's going to stick to his guns. He's running the bottom shelf. He thinks he's going to make that work in the next 3 laps. He hasn't lost a whole lot of ground, so he's starting to feel comfortable right now. Royer on the bottom. Comes right across Chance Crum, right up on top of him. Right in front of Crum is Royer, Crum, and Greenwood, and Stoles. Stoles right now falling a little bit farther back in that turquoise green car. That is your 7th place car. But the battle right now is Greenwood. Greenwood and the Buckshot Bickley, and here comes Hannigan. There's your leader, the Buckshot, up on the top shelf now, slid it up. Hannigan right behind him. Greenwood followed in the 3rd spot. There's 1, 2, and 3 down to turn number 3 or 4. On the back straightaway they go into 3 and 4. I apologize. Hannigan working the middle, not so far up the top, trying to get a run on the Buckshot. Hannigan's going to go the bottom. Buckshot goes in there and cuts him off. Now that's going to put Mason Hannigan, had to make a decision what to do after the Buckshot went to the bottom. He got collected with Greenwood. That puts him back 1 spot. Trevor Royer now moves to the third spot, still working the bottom. Mason Hannigan up on the top. Royer on the bottom. Brickley starting to punch out again, another 5-car length lead. Royer staying to the bottom throughout this main event. 11 laps down, 29 laps to go. It's Hannigan in that second spot. Royer in the third. Does Royer got a run on him now? Royer's taking over, sticking to his guns on the bottom shelf. Hannigan working up the high side, not completely top. Yellow flag comes out. Royer's going to take that second spot. Hannigan's going to back up to the third. Woo, this is getting exciting right now. These guys are starting to throw their sliders, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Royer's sticking to the bottom right now. He's feeling comfortable. We don't know what he's going to do on the jump. The Buckshot is out in the lead. He lost that so-called 0.4 of a second lead. So now he's going to have to decide if he's going to stay up high and get a run, or is he going to go to the bottom of where the moisture's at and get a start there. It's going to fire on the Buckshot. The Buckshot gets the fire, so it's going to be up to him where he wants to fire and where he wants to start. Is he going to stay up on top? Is there a little bit of moisture to stay against the wall so they can't tuck down on him? Or is he going to start in the bottom where the moisture's at and come off with a good piece of bite and maybe get a 3 or 4 car length lead on Trevor Royer? Royer's going to go to the bottom unless Brickley goes to the bottom. If Brickley goes to the bottom, let's see if Royer and Hannigan goes to the top. Royer already knows what the bottom's like. He might feel good back there. So we're going to keep our eye and camera on these 2 and possibly 3 guys with Chance Crum right there in that 4 spot, with Greenwood backing up to the 5th on that little incident that the drivers had. So let's see if I can keep my camera on about the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place car when they come down to green next time around. 16 laps down, 24 laps to go. They're going to get the green with 23 laps to go. It's Billy the Buckshot Brickley out in the lead. Trevor Royer in that 2nd spot. Followed in the 3rd spot is Mason Hannigan. Chance Crum in the 4th. Greenwood in the 5th. Jason Nygaard 6th. Stoles, Harvey, and Jessup. Followed by Detweiler in the top 10. Here they come. The Buckshot stays up on top. Gets a run, gets a nice little jump in 3rd, 4th. Royer goes to the bottom. The Buckshot doesn't go completely on the bottom. He hasn't been there yet. Trevor Royer's already been there. So the Buckshot is protecting his lead, trying to stay down on the bottom, do a slide job, try to get the momentum in the moisture to come off the top. He's sliding in 1 and 2. He's sliding in 3 and 4. That probably the fastest way around right now is doing some sliders, working his way to the bottom and working up to the top. Now Royer's going to the top. Mason Hannigan a little bit up to the top shelf. Not as up top as Trevor was, but now Royer now still on the bottom. Mason Hannigan's going to work the bottom. Jason Nygaard is in that 4th spot all by himself. Jessup in the 5th. Darren Detweiler in the 6th, followed by Stoles. Right now, going back to lead, Brickley's got a comfortable lead. Trevor Royer 2nd. Little Hurricane Mason Hannigan in the 3rd. No battle for the 1, 2, and 3 right now. The battle's for the 4th spot. Nope, Jason Nygaard all by himself. There's the 5th and 6th spot. Darren Detweiler got the back of Mark Jessup, clipped his rear wheel. That got him loose. He's going to lose some space. Detweiler's in the 6th spot. Jaden Wolf in the 07 is going to move into the 6th and 7th spot. Him and Detweiler battling out by Olsen and Stoles up on top. Now Billy Brickley up on the lead right now. He's got a very comfortable, about a 1 second lead on Trevor Royer. Royer's right there, still working the bottom, coming up on top, drifting up. Now he's going back to the bottom. Royer's feeling comfortable back there. He feels that he's not losing anything. He's playing it safe with 18 laps to go. Royer on the bottom, coming in some traffic. Hannigan now working the high side, not totally the top of the shelf. Now he's going to the top shelf in 1 and 2. Royer still on the bottom. Hannigan gets the run, gets right on the back bumper of Royer. Royer's in some traffic. He's going to have to cross over. He does a great crossover. Hannigan, very professional driver, lets Royer have it. Realizes, you know what? There's no sense of us taking it out. Royer looks like you got a good forward bite. Hannigan lets him go on the inside. Great sportsmanship knowing that there's 16 laps to go. The Buckshot is starting to pull out a 1.7 second lead. A big lead for the Buckshot working on the bottom. Royer on top, Hannigan on top. What are they doing in 3 and 4? Both drivers are on top shelf running the wall right now. They're against the cushion. Nygaard's against the cushion in the 4th spot. The battle is brewing right now between Royer and Hannigan. Who's going to get on the podium? Right now, these two have a podium position. Jason Nygaard's sitting out. Nygaard's making some time with a 14.869. That's a little bit slower by about 0.03 of the second, third place car. So they're going to keep running hard with 13 laps to go. It's the Buckshot with a good-sized lead right now. He's going to come across the ride. It's starting to cut down. He's getting in some traffic. His 1.5 second lead just cut down to 0.7 of a lead. So the Buckshot is in some traffic right now. Now he's getting in some lower car. The Buckshot slides up. Here comes Trevor Royer. Royer's now cut that lead down to 0.4. 4/10. Royer. Hannigan in that 3rd spot. He's falling off a bit. Royer now is starting to get back of the back bumper of the Buckshot. He's sitting back about 3 car lengths. Here he comes with a run off the top with 11 laps to go. Buckshot's going to the bottom. He's going to probably slide it up to the top right in front of him. Yes, he does. Royer's going to have to get on the back, get on the binders a little bit. That was a nice slide job. Oh, and now the Buckshot's in some traffic from William Pillant. The yellow flag comes out. Pillant gets in front of the Buckshot and it caused the yellow maybe in back of the field. So that could actually have helped the Buckshot because Trevor Royer was all over his bumper, and Royer could have maybe did a crossover or got some bite on the top side and came down and took the lead. So that was, I think that was good for the Buckshot to get that. He might not think so, but I think the back marker, actually the passing traffic slowed him down, and Royer had a run on him. So the Buckshot lost a 1.7 second lead. Now it's all bunched up with 9 laps to go. They're going to go green probably with 7 laps. But your top 10 running order is up on the board for you race streaming fans, all you live fans. There it is. You got Brickley, Royer, Nygaard, Hannigan, and Jessup the top 5. Wolf, Greenwood, Olson, Stolz, and Detweiler the top 10, followed by Beerline, Brink, Harmon, Mier, and Pillant in the top 15. 8 laps to go coming across now. They're going to end up going green on 7. 7 laps. It's going to be a sprint race. Actually, it's going to go green on 6. It's going to be a sprint race right now. What does the Buckshot have? Does Royer have anything for the Buckshot? Has Nygaard been sitting back because the little Hurricane was up there in that 3rd spot battling it out? He's in that 4th spot. Let's see who goes to the bottom. We're going to keep our camera on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place car if we can for you race fans. Brickley's going to go to the bottom where the moisture is. He gets a good jump. Royer gets right behind him. I think Nygaard fell asleep a little bit on that. He might have bumped him and got kicked off his throttle foot, because right now it's little Mason Hannigan is all over him. But here comes Mark Jessup and Wolf. Wolf on the inside, Jessup on the outside, Greenwood on the bottom. The Brickley now is working the bottom with a slider. Here comes Trevor Royer with a good run coming off the back straightaway. Royer now, Nygaard passes Brickley. Brickley slides up, gets near the wall. So now your leader is Royer. Is Royer going to stay the top with 5 laps to go? Here comes Nygaard and Trevor Royer get in. Here comes Mason Hannigan. The yellow flag comes out with 4 laps to go. This is going to be a shootout race in action here at the dirt track at Charlotte with the Goyet Trucking 360 Unity Series. This is starting to get exciting now. 3 laps to go. Green, white, checkered. This is going to be exciting, and I think Trevor Royer is going to get that running order and keep the lead. Nygaard's going to go to 2nd, the Buckshot 3rd, Mason Hannigan is going to move on the 4th spot, so the Buckshot backs up a little bit. So Trevor Royer worked the bottom for about, I'd have to say 22 laps. The last 4 laps going up to the top. Let's see what he's going to do. He knows the bottom's working. He's probably going to work the bottom where the moisture's at when he comes to the green. He's going to be able to be the one that's going to fire to the green anytime after the Charlotte sign and coming out of turn 3 past the middle. So Trevor Royer is working himself up from mid-pack right now up to the front. Got some good wear on his tires. Doesn't look like anything's wearing off too bad. Nygaard got some heat up there in the dry. You can see the track, how it's slickening up. You can see how the shine, that's slick up. That's why those guys have to be above that, right against that cushion, because it gets slippery. So let's see what's going to happen. They're going to come down to the green here shortly. We're going to keep our eye on the first, second, third, and fourth place car. Keep that camera as much as we can on those four guys. It's going to be a shootout, green, white, checkered. Trevor Royer up on top. Is he going to come down or is he going to stay up on top? Yep, he comes down to the bottom of the moisture, gets a great jump on Nygaard. The buckshot now going to go to the bottom. What's the buckshot going to do? Is he going to try to slide it up? He's going to try to get in front of Mason Hannigan. Hannigan, here comes Mark Jessup. Jessup now and Jaden Wolf in that fourth, fifth, and sixth spot. The battle now is still brewing. Third place, Brickley now working on a podium, working on that bottom little slider job. Mason Hannigan in that fourth spot. Jason Jessup in the fifth spot. Hannigan now working on Brickley on the bottom. He's going to slide up in front of Brickley. Brickley's going to cross over with some momentum, takes it back. He's going to slide it up. That's the checkered flag. Who's going to win this race? The running order is going to be Trevor Royer, Nygaard, Hannigan, and Brickley gets a fourth spot with Mark Jessup fifth. Hayden Harvey in that sixth spot. So the Mason Hannigan, the Little Hurricane, takes over that third spot with a green-white checkered shootout. Wow, what a battle. We're going to see if we can get these guys here. Stick around, race fans, streamers. We're going to talk to these guys, talk to them and see what they are feeling tonight, because they worked their tails off a lot for this race. Like to thank again all our sponsors, Design Metal Arts, working our trophies and stuff. Just Up Logistics, Pushing the Cushion Productions, Sofa King Fast Sim Sport, Speed World Hobbies, Work Graphics, where you got your car sim cars painted, and the primary sponsor of Goyet Trucking out of California. We'd like to thank everybody for your sponsorship and your help. We'd like to thank all your streamers. If you're leaving now, thank you very much. We're going to do an interview with these three top drivers, see if we can get them in here. And we're going to go with Mason the Hannigan first.
Get third.
Well, Mason, this is Billy up in the tower. You got your Discord on? Didn't catch you, Mason.
Yeah.
Hey, Little Hurricane, you had some swirl winds back there. You were up that second, third. You got into fourth, coming down to the green-white checkered. You followed Royer for a little bit, working the bottom. It seemed like it was working okay, and then you went to the top. But how did the bottom work for you? Congratulations on your podium finish. It was really a great battle. But how did the bottom work for you? Did you like it?
Yeah, thank you. Not really. The bottoms, it was there and it wasn't, and I just couldn't hit it very well, so I decided just to run my lineup in the top and kind of run through the middle there for a little bit while it had a little bit of grip in the middle, and so we ran the middle of the top and then ran the diamond line there off 1 and 2, and it got pretty quick there at the end, and I think I was a little bit quicker, and I figured I could get up to maybe second or first, and I just kind of ran out of time there, and me making mistakes didn't get me very far, so we'll see where we end up in the 410 deal next week in the 360.
Yeah, you ran really good. You and Trevor were going at it, and then when Trevor went to the bottom, you went to the bottom, stayed there for a little bit, maybe a lap or two, and you tried it, and you went back up top. But when you make moves like that, when you go to the bottom and you're running second, and then you back up to fourth, and you ran the bottom, and you're running the top the fast, even if the bottom was working, when it's a green-white checker, sometimes, and you're in the fourth spot, is it hard to go to the bottom because when they're freight training and it's a green-white checkered, you really can't get up the back to the top and try to squeeze in again, so you're kind of left out to dry. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're definitely right. If you can hit the bottom 100% and not mess up, then you can run it. But if you make that 1% and everyone freight trains you on the top, then you're kind of stuck there. So I decided just to go to the top and then run the diamond line there in 1 and 2, and I knew it was quick. I always know it's quick here, and I don't think there's been a race where I haven't used it. So I used it there, and I was able to get by Billy there in the last lap.
Yeah, it was working good, and Billy tried it a couple times. I know you had to go high into one once because Billy came down not to cut. He didn't cut you off, but he had to run. And then I think you both were thinking of it, and then you kind of changed your mind. You went back to the top because I think you were thinking of that diamond shaping it and sliding it up because it was fast. You were fast on top. You jumped the cushion once, and it kind of cost you a little time. But your car was fast. You were fast. I was surprised to see you in that fourth position when it came to green, white, checkered. But that's part of the racing deal. And your car looked good. You look good, like you said. You made a few mistakes. Jumps to cushion one. But that's racing because you're racing against good competitors and stuff. But were you happy with your setup, or do you think it was just more a couple little mistakes that you might have made that cost us a little bit?
Yeah, no, the setup was good from last night. Run the series. I came from 21st up to I believe seventh,
Seventh,
and
right?
the car was good. So I decided to run that setup in the 360 and just put a little bit of higher gear in it, and it actually worked. So um, I it was more of a driver error everywhere really. Sometimes I couldn't hit the top, sometimes I couldn't hit the bottom, so I just lost ground to Nygaard and Royer, and they were quick all night. Good one to Trevor. He was quick all night. Nygaard, I knew he was coming, so I really expected him to be there at the end, and he was. But we had a good race, and I was hoping I'd be up there for the last couple laps, but sometimes that's how it plays out.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been. This is probably about my 13th or 14th race I've ever announced, and since you've came into the swing of things here with the United Dirt Sim Series, and you've been racing with us. You've been up in that podium, and I've been talking a lot to you, and you're doing a fantastic job. And you're always getting faster. But like you said, when you got a lot of talent, you got a lot of drivers that are at your level. You can't afford to make that mistake because if they don't make one, then you're not going to get by them, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. With these core drivers in this league, it's hard to make a mistake because if you do make a mistake, that means you probably made a mistake for your whole night. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're perfect, and sometimes you're not. So it's just a matter of having a good setup and make sure your head's screwed on straight and run the quickest line that you think it is, and have a little bit.
Well, you're doing a great job, and congratulations on your third place finish. You worked your butt off on that, and it took you the last lap to get it. But is there anybody that you'd like to say hi to or thank, and your teammates and or your family?
Oh yeah, thank you to Black Diamond Motorsports, everyone there, Nathan Davis, John Batista, Josh Steinke, Trevor Royer, Brett Wheeler. I mean, all of them guys back there. They're good team, good guys, every one of them. Tim Sims, UDTV with Brett Wheeler, and you for broadcasting it, and Sharp Advantage, and everyone that helps out in the car. And it's a pretty fun league here, and we'll see if we can keep this going for the next couple of weeks.
Well, we'd like to congratulate you and thank you. And that's our third place finisher from Pittsboro, Indiana, the Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan. Congratulations. All right, we're going to go to our second place car, Jason Nygaard. I'm going to bring Jason up here. Jason, this is Billy up in the tower. You got your Discord on?
Yes, I do.
Hey, what a run, my friend! Man, my hat's off to you. You drove your butt off. You were up there. You were in that fourth, fifth, sixth spot. You kept motoring. I watched you. You were extremely fast. You just came in at the right time and gelled and made the right moves. Congratulations. You stayed to the top a lot. Is that where you like to be?
Yeah, this track has a very bad tendency of going high side dominant, and if you can set your car up to be quick there, you will be very fast when the track gets slick like this.
Well, you look good. You were fast when you were riding the cushion. I mean, you were making up ground. Sometimes when you get the cushions and you ride the cushion, you got enough cars up there on the cushion. Everybody pretty much is equal speed. You're going around. You get on the cushion. You're not jumping it. But when you were on the cushion, it seemed like you just had some really good speed. So it had to be a really nice free setup that you put in it. Is it something that you worked on, or is it something the team worked on?
Team effort, because me and Alex, we're always trying to find stuff that works, stuff that doesn't work, and some stuff will go faster, some stuff will be slower, and it just we're you always gotta be you always gotta be testing stuff to to always be fast.
Well, yeah, you definitely showed that you were fast tonight. You were coming. You were going to the front. You weren't looking anywhere's back. It's Trevor just kind of put it together, and he ran such a great race that naturally Trevor is just a one fast cat. But was the setup that you had? Is there anything that you think you could have changed and made it a little bit different or made it better, or was it just during that middle you were in so much traffic that you had to kind of everybody had to kind of pull away from each other to kind of thin it out before you could start making moves.
Yeah, you hit like I know one of the green flag things we got the lap traffic and that that came into play and you had to be in the right spot at the right time to like that's how I got around Mason for position. And you just had to be in the right spot and be smooth in the slick.
Were you playing with your wing a whole lot during the race, or just keep it as just kind of set it and forget it?
I think I started all the way forward and I think by the end it was back to like -7 or -8.
So it
So
was far. It was getting slick then, correct?
yeah, like as the car burns fuel off, I was moving the wing back to keep the car tight where I wanted it.
Well, congratulations. You did win a 360 race this year. I forgot where'd you win at?
Williams Grove.
Williams Grove, the big old long paper clip. Well, it's nice talking to you. I was watching you, and you were like fifth, sixth, and you're moving up, and you were fast. And I was like, boy, surprised that he's still back there. But then it just started clicking, and then green, white, checkered, and you and Mason had a battle, and you were battling with Brickley, and Jessup was coming, and Justin, Jaden Wolf, Jake Greenwood had a little bad luck though. But congratulations on your second place. Podium finish. It was an awesome run. You showed great poise out there and fast, and you were really smooth. So congratulations. Is there anybody that you'd like to thank tonight?
I gotta give a shout out to Alex and everybody at Team ABR, all of our sponsors, CSI Shocks, the Pit Logic app, Next Gen Fab, Third Armada, and Wicked Cushion, and you for broadcasting, and UDSS for the league.
Well, thank you, Jason. Hey, race fan, this is Jason Nygaard from Metamora, Ohio. 30-year-old young man, been racing a couple years now, but congratulations. That's our second place finisher, and thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
All right, this is Billy up in the tower. Trevor, you got your Discord on?
Yes, sir.
What a battle, young man. What a battle. Working the bottom for 20 some laps, then going to the top, and then working the bottom again. Your car was on the bottom. You were gaining ground. You'd lose a little ground, but you felt comfortable down there tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, I was messing up a little bit. Yeah, but I wasn't losing too much time. I knew if I could hit the bottom just right, it was a rocket. And actually, it went a little light on fuel, so I knew I had to run the bottom a little bit and hoping for some cautions, which I ended up being over by a little bit because of
So,
the cautions.
yeah, I mean, to get just a quick question before we get into more of the racing bit for you, but um, when you run the bottom like that for the race fans that are live streaming and watching this, do you play with do you act when you set your car up for the main event sometimes? Do you ever set the car up for the bottom in gearing? Do you play with the gearing much on the bottom or top, or you kind of just set it to run both?
Actually, I had to thank my teammate Josh Steinke for the setup. It's actually something he's been working on that just worked perfect.
Well, that's good. I mean, you went to the top when you had to. You came from the top on the green white checkered. I told the race fans, the live streamers, that he's going to go to the top, but he's going to cut down where he knows where the moisture's at because you worked that bottom so long, and that came down to green white checkered. You dropped it from the top to the bottom where the moisture at, and you knew you were going to get a run on that to give you at least a 2-3 car length lead, didn't you?
Oh, in that last restart, yeah, I had a I figured that was my best chance of getting far enough out there to run away.
Well, you ran the low side, but you ran well on the high side. You kept it up there as when you felt you needed, and you got in the moisture where you feel. Because like I said, you weren't losing any ground. Sometimes you'd gain ground, but you weren't losing enough to get off the bottom because the moisture was holding. Was it drying out, or was it staying pretty moisture still throughout the entire race?
When I moved up, the first time I moved up was when I thought the bottom was gone, and I was pretty much content running the top the rest of the race.
Yeah, because you ran the bottom for at least probably 20 some laps, didn't you?
Yeah, all the way through to that first caution, and then I think I forget where I restarted on that after that first caution, but I think I stuck with it till I got up to second, and then moved up after.
Well, you had a great battle with Nygaard, especially Mason Hannigan. You guys, Brickley, and
Oh yeah,
that was a good battle. That was a great battle, wasn't it?
yeah, that was a blast. I had a blast racing with those guys.
Well, you guys drive so clean, and it's so nice to show the live streamers how clean that you can do, because there's a lot of people that go in there and hack away, and you guys are professional, and you guys put on a hell of a show. And Jason was coming. Did you see him coming after a little bit, after maybe about 4 laps to go? Did you see him starting to work through traffic?
Yeah, I knew he was back there, and then that last caution, he was starting right behind me. I knew I had to be I had to be perfect to be.
Well, you were perfect tonight, young man. You were actually perfect.
Like you said.
Awesome job, man. It's always fun to watch you race. Honestly, I mean, I really enjoy it. You start. What did you start? Did you start about 8 tonight?
I think seventh. I started on
Seventh?
the bottom. That's why I was like, if I start on the bottom, I could just stay down there and hopefully I can make my way up, and it worked out perfect.
Yeah, like you said, it worked out perfect. That's where you were staying. It's always nice. I even try to make that decision. I'm just learning myself, but I'm going like, well, hell, I'm not going to get up to the top. There's not going to be no room. There's going to be crash. I got to learn to do the bottom, and that's where you stuck. You stuck it out, and then you stayed there. And like I said, you weren't losing anything. You might lose a little here, but you felt comfortable, and your car was working. Did you have to play with the wing very much, or were you pretty happy with that, since that's the only thing you really had to get to move around in the car?
I actually ended up moving it all the way back towards the end of the race. I had it all the way in the trunk, I think, but started about like halfway, and then the track just got once the track gets slick like that. I mean, the track was pretty good actually. Come the start of the feature, there was plenty down there on the bottom, and when that started going away, that's when I started moving my wing back.
Do you mind the slick track, or do you? I know everybody likes a high bite track because it makes me look good. I mean, that's how it. But do you mind the track slicking it up like they do, or do you? Some people like them, some people don't. But do you enjoy it, and do it teaches you to learn to race?
I do. I prefer it over a fresh track. I qualified 10th, so uh,
Well, that's where the fast
I
guys go,
prefer.
huh?
You gotta know the quick line and have the good qualify setup to be able to qualify up top. And I know come future time when the track's a little more slick, I got a better chance. I feel like I know there are some guys that there's plenty of guys on here that are feature winners. It's hard to win a feature in any league nowadays.
Yep.
There's just so much competition.
Well, we really appreciate you coming over and joining us. I mean, you and Jason and even Mason Hannigan and a couple of these other guys that you know we got so many, but I mean, right now tonight there's like 3 or 4 of you guys that joined us earlier, middle of the year, and we really appreciate you guys coming out and thank you very much. And you drove one hell of a race, and it was always exciting to call the races with you. But is there anybody that you'd like to thank tonight?
First, I just want to say it's been fun racing in this league with all these guys, and going back and watching the broadcast afterwards. A blast watching your commentary is awesome, and yeah, I'd just like to thank my team, Black Diamond Motorsports, Drew Neal at 19 Designs, Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators, um, Ultimate Dirt TV, pushing the cushion for putting this thing on, and the Goyet trucking, and just everybody watching. I hope they had a blast.
Well, good. We congratulate you because you drivers put on one hell of a show for us. And, this is my first month of broadcasting. Now I've got about 13, 14 races under my belt. I'm getting a little bit better, trying to calm down. It's hard to calm down when there's so much excitement, but I hope that you enjoy it. And I'll keep getting better just like you guys keep getting better at racing. I'll get better announcing and trying to do a better job and keep trying to get more professional every time I do it. But thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem, man. You're doing awesome.
Thank you. That's your winner, A main feature tonight winner, Trevor Royer, tonight winning the A main feature 360 Unity Goyet Trucking. What a show tonight, guys and gals and family members. Thank you tonight for showing up. Thank you for live streaming us. I don't care if it's one person or 10 person. I thank you just for coming, and we try to put on this show just for you guys to have fun and gives us the something to do while we're in quarantine pretty much. And we're still going to do this even when we get out of quarantine. We'll be better by then because we've done it enough in quarantine. But just be safe. Helped out your loved ones. Enjoy life. Wake up every day and enjoy life because it could be a whole lot worse. This is Sim Racing, United Dirt Sim Series, pushing the cushion production. Like to thank all you for coming out. Thank you. Peace out. Love you all. Good night. This is Billy Idol. Billy Bowerman's my real name. Good night, everyone, from United Dirt Sim Series.